So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom and this is Mugar in the Badger. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Blame Shoot and Scoot. It's his fault. He's the one that showed me that video the first time. Okay, so we are in the new British Tier 10 tank destroyer. This was the one that replaced the Death Star in the last patch. Mugar is we've featured a few times on the channel. Funny enough, I found one of his games in the Guard. I think it was SDG Guard, and posted it on the channel just because I hadn't bought the tank myself and I wanted to show it being played really well. Mugar liked it and joined the channel, so he's now a subscriber, which is great, and we've had a couple of really good games he's sent in. So he sent me this one. I've not seen him play a TD before, so this is a whole new experience to me, and it was an opportunity to show off this new fantastic British Tier 10. Now it's verging on the OP, let's be honest. It has fantastic frontal armour, DPM that is the highest in the entire game. Nothing's got higher DPM than this thing has. And if you've got a decent crew in it, yeah, and as he has here, he's got tea and cake, or tea and buns, whatever it is. Oh, he couldn't get a shot on that I-7 because the friendly tank drove straight in front of him just as he went fast. So anyway, we are here on Fiery Salient. It is a Tier 10 game, obviously, and he's just managed to put one through the Centurion Action 10's hull there because it moved too far. Now there's an enemy Badger. Now, interesting change, different tactics here. Oh, hang on. Badger's gone side on. Look at that DPM. He'd only just fired and he was ready to fire almost immediately afterwards and put a 441 hit into that Badger. Then he does a beautiful hit on the I-7. It came out as 1000, but that's because it got hit exactly the same moment as another one. He actually did 448 according to the shot register. So yeah, two different interesting philosophies here, and I've seen this discussed in a lot of forums, how to play the Badger. Now Wargaming reckon it's a support tank. You should play it, look at that shot, really good accuracy. You should play it in a supporting role like a traditional TD. Not, oh, this guy's going to blind fire. Yep, there we go. He knew roughly where the shot was coming from and he took a chance but missed. Oh, and then we bounce off his turret. Yeah, so they reckon it should be played in a support role, bit like Mugar's playing here, playing it a little bit back behind the team, supporting them with fire, withering fire, and bouncing shells at distance, because pen drops off at distance, so even if you get hit with this amazing armor, it's fantastic. The other guy, look at that shot. The other guy on the enemy team driving their Badger is playing it much more like a heavy, and although the armor is very good on this thing, it's probably not heavy standard. So anyway, enough kerfuffle and waffle. It's a fairly even matchup. These guys are pushing very hard into the centre, and Mugar's not had the best of luck taking them down. Mind you, that said, he's done 2,300 damage. There's our friend in the enemy Badger. Can we get another shell into him? Bounce this time. He was slightly angled. Pull back because I'm going to try and get a shot on that bat chat, but I don't think we need to worry. Nope, sure enough, he got Death Starred. There's the two generations of British TDs. There's another blind shot from the I-7. Oh, hello. Conqueror. Super Conqueror even. But managed to block. He managed to bounce his shot. Oh, hello. I-7 side on. Oh, not quite side on enough. Turret of the I-7 is phenomenally good. Not going to take that shot. Just no point. Waiting for the perfect opportunity to shoot in the sides or into the lower plate. There's a bat chat in the middle. Missed the chop opportunity again. That I-7's turret was side on, so it might have stood a chance of penning him. We're going to go for the bat chat now. Ah, just typical. Just as we go for him, he disappears. Oh, but there's the enemy Badger. Oh my word, that was unlucky. That shell just plummeted But never mind, there'll be another one fairly soon, and there you go, nice hit. 496 hit into that Badger. He's really not looking good. So you can see the two approaches and what's coming off better in this battle. So the enemy Badger has been battered and battered, whereas Mughals hasn't been. Well, I think he's been hit once and it blocked it, and it was only a speculative shot by the IS-7, and he's done 2,800 damage. Now I know some people moan about, you know, goal hanging, if you like. Oh, the accuracy on this gun is phenomenal, and then it just went so wide on that IS-7. Yeah, some people complain about goal hanging, so to speak, but you know, it's a TD. That's what they're really designed to do: ambush, hide, fire from range. That's why they have big, heavy guns. Enemy Badger still not giving us enough. It's just absolutely no point firing while he's hull down like that. If you can only see the top of his front of his turret, or what would be a turret if he had one, it's just no point firing. You're never going to pen it unless you load up the Hesh shell. But there's a lower plate. But he tracked him. But he looked at instant repair, but it doesn't do him any good because our AMX takes down the enemy Badger. Good, right, 7-all. We got one in the cap. However, Mughals just going to have a couple of speculative shots into that bush up there, which is where the there we go. That's where the Super Conqueror was last seen, but again, not seen anything. It's good to see he's fallible, hey? When we've seen some of his games, he's never missed a shot. I suppose the thing is, the difference here is firing at 300, 400, or 400 meters, and these guns are not, even an accurate gun like this, are not really that good at that kind of range. The drop off the RNG is huge. Enemy 268 out there. We had an outside chance of a shot, but weren't quite loaded in time. That's better. Into the turret of the Super Conqueror was turned away, which is 534 damage. But the hill, he's just noticed on the minimap. Good use of the minimap. Unfortunately, couldn't react in time. Oh, and then he bounces a shot on the back jet, 25 ton. Isn't that always a, you know, lightweight tank like that? He bounces a shell, misses there. So the accuracy's just fallen apart all of a sudden. Enemy pushed down on the hill, and he saw it happening, but he just couldn't respond quickly enough. Now there's at least 3 enemy tanks that have pushed down off the hill. Well, one's still up there and 2 have come off it. And there's just Mughal on this E3. The team are now losing. Oh, nice shot. Did he get spotted there? Didn't look like he did, which is surprising. Now he'll be spotted. Look, there's a back chat to the left. Yep, there you go. He's been spotted. Brings his frontal armour up, but still gets penned by the 57 heavy. Blocks another shot. He's got a problem here. He's got that bat chat poking over, shooting him inside, and a pair of 57 heavies. A pair? No, 157. Oh, yeah, there's another one on the hill. So a pair of 57 heavies and an object 268, all potentially putting shots on him. But he's got into a nice position now. He's hull down. Oh, now the arties come join the party. He needs to swing around. Really wants to get rid of that guy. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. But he's blocking shots. At least he's doing the right thing. He's keeping his armour facing the biggest threat, which is the 57 heavy. Now they've gone quiet, which probably means they're reloading. But that also means the enemy artillery may well be reloading. Oh, there he is again. He's been spotted again. He really needs that E3 to help him out and take down that bat chat. If he can get rid of him, then he won't be spotted. Probably. Another shot by the RT, this time just splash. 434 damage. and of course, and takes out his driver. He's now lost his gun. Batchat's still working him over. Oh, but thank goodness for that. The E3 finally takes down that Batchat. Now his problem is he's got no repair kit, so he's lost a gunner. He's got no first aid kit, and he's lost his gun. He's got no first aid kit, so he's lost his driver. So this is not ideal. If the accuracy had gone off the board before, it's going to be even worse now. But is it? Because you know what Wargame is like, and World of Tanks is like. When the gun should be the most inaccurate it possibly is, it suddenly starts performing. So let's see. As a T57 to his left, there he goes. Used his repair kit because it's come off warm down, cool down, and repaired his gun and his track. Using the bush mechanics nicely there. Pull back. Of course they know exactly where he is, but at least it means they can't really aim at him properly. Takes down the 57 heavy, nice. But this time he's spotted. The object was firing HE. Oh dear. So it takes him down, so that's 2 shots, 2 kills. Can he get another one? Yes he can. 3 for 3. Suddenly the game's turned around. It's now 2 plays 3. Very nice play. He's done 6,700 damage that we know of. The Super Conqueror's down there, as is the E4. There goes our Death Star, but we're going to get Revengi. There we go. Takes him down. We're only on 137 health. Can he seriously get the E4 as well? Fires a blind shot. MX30B saying in the chat, Badger goes crazy. Badger, 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 Badger. Oh dear, that's a real earworm. It's going to be in your ear all the time. Now what do? You've got a low health E4, you've got an artillery, and you are yourself a one shot to all of them. And it is an encounter game. Well, I think you do exactly what he's just doing here. You start to head down and get up onto the hill. Try and get in a position where you can keep an eye on the cap and reset it if you need to. But it's a slow old process. This is a slow old tank. Well, as I said, it's, you know, it's capable of 30, which I suppose isn't that bad. It's not tortoise slow. I'm enjoying playing mine. I like what he also does. He flicks between the different shells, ready for whatever he's going to face. He knows that the E4 is on very low health. He also knows the artillery is a soft target. So he's loaded up the HE shells. But there's the artillery. That's a bit of luck. Didn't get spotted himself, but he did spot the artillery. He obviously has sixth sense because he pulled right back. Where does he know where Mugar is? No. He didn't know where Mugar was. Okay, so 1v1, less than 2 minutes left. E4 is out there somewhere. He's loaded up the skill round just to be sure of the kill, and I think this is the first skill round he's loaded. We could kill that guy. He's only on I've lost my mods, so I must have upgraded it. He was only on around 80 health if I remember rightly, so I might have been tempted myself to have just loaded the Hesh and gone and said, right, I'm guaranteed to get some kind of damage that way, and it, you know, but maybe that's a bit risky. He's on low health himself, so maybe the smart play, the unicorn play, is to load up the skill round and hope for the best. But there he is. He's to our left. He got spotted, but we didn't. He must have very good camo on this crew. Aiming in on the commander's hatch. Good night, Vienna. Fantastic cleanup. Well done. Badger, 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 Badger. So there you go. Cracking game from Mugar in the Badger. He got, obviously, the ace tanker. He got Hand of God, Spotter, Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Shellproof, Defender, Cool-Headed, Steel Wall, High Caliber, and Top Gun, of course. Unsurprisingly, top of his team. Oops, well, when I pressed the button right. 7,500 damage, 6 kills, 1364 base XP. 38 shots, hit with 26, penned with 18 for that 7,500. Fired a lot of random shots early in the game, a lot of speculative shots, but still managed to do a lot of damage. Took 18 hits himself, only 4 of which penned. He actually ended up blocking 5,760 damage. And he also got 1,200 assistance damage and 90 reset points. Now he did end, because he was using premium food, he did end up costing him a fair bit. He must have fired a few, oh, the Hesh rounds are quite expensive, aren't they? So he ended up making a small loss of 2,700, which is a bit unfortunate, but 2,414 experience for his crew. So cracking game, and that is my first one on the channel anyway of Badger in action, the British Tier 10 tank destroyer, the FV217 Badger. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like, and thanks Mugo for sending that one over. Appreciate it hugely, and the continuing support of the channel from you and everyone else as well for that matter. In the meantime, enjoy your games, have fun, try not to take it too seriously, and I will see you again soon. This is Gamer Dom, badgering out. Badger, badger, badger.